The season of your birthdays, dear Libra people, is always the time when people shop for fall, winter fashion, which is clearly the best and most expensive fashion. Says something about your sign. This year, other than the new moon for your birthdays, that I will, of course, talk about, we have the need to ground yourself through routines. We have some information regarding an important relationship in your life and a lot to do with money and work and career. Let's hop in. Remember, these forecasts are for whole groups of people. They may be great for taking a quick sense of the mood, but often what matters more is how transits are interacting with your personal chart and what your progressions are doing, which are basically your unique roadmap of development. That's what I look at in private readings, and you can book one through the link above or in description. Back to your forecast. I am Nadia, the astrologer for people who do not necessarily believe in astrology, but who love getting their monthly horoscopes, and this is yours for October 2025. At the start of the month, we have the sun in your sign, which basically just means that this really is the time when Libra people have their birthdays. And Mercury is also in your sign. The messenger planet Mercury will stay in your sign until the 6th of October, which is a great time to be talkative, effective, and youthful in how you approach business. It will be helping you to find the right words to deal with administrative tasks and to maybe also make sure all of your IDs are in order and up to date. Really, just double check that. Finding the right words may be especially important in the light of the full moon in Aries in your area of important one-on-one relationships that happens on the 7th of October. Full moons illuminate, and this one may shed light on how things are going in one or two of the truly important relationships in your life, like your partnership or a friendship or a collaboration. In the next couple of years, the demanding, structure-loving planet Saturn will be active in this area of your chart, so it will be important to be honest with yourself regarding which of those relationships are sustainable and which are not, or not worth it, which you want to invest in and which you just do not have enough of anything for. So this full moon may give you some information that would help you make this type of decisions in the future. It's not necessary that you decide on the spot on the 7th of October. I mean, if you find out about something that's an absolute deal breaker for you, go on. But it's more about gathering information, figuring out how you feel about it. So no rush. But do pay attention to what important people in your life are doing on the days surrounding the 7th and to how that makes you feel. Moving on. Venus is in Virgo at the beginning of the month. Planets in Virgo are kind of hidden from you, or at least from that part of you that is using your social media accounts. So there will be nothing to write home about for the first 14 days of October. Well, not nothing, but nothing in sense of romantic, creative, beauty-related stuff. You may enjoy some of it privately, though, which is what I hope you will do. Anyway, on the 14th, Venus finally moves into your own sign, where it immediately becomes stronger and more demanding. On the 14th, so 14th to let's say 18th, it may even create demands that may be too much for your partner to cope with. If they comply, kudos to them, but if not, try to wait it out and see how you feel about it after the new moon on the 21st, which I will talk about in a moment. This Venus, though, after the 18th is absolutely unproblematic, extremely supportive of your efforts to look good, feel good, and just be lovely. So enjoy it all you can and take pictures of yourself while you are at it. The new moon, it's happening in your sign on the 21st of October, and it is a brilliant time to make a birthday wish or a set of birthday wishes or plans of how you're going to spend this new year of your life. It's strongly influenced by two celestial bodies, one very positive and one with a mixed reputation. Let's start with the more complicated guy. It's the asteroid Chiron that deals with pain and hurt, but also with healing and learning that comes from it. Its influence may show itself as being motivated by something that hurts or did hurt in the past, and in using this information to plan for something strong and beautiful and wise. So it may be useful to dwell on the unpleasant and the painful. The second celestial body that is strongly influencing this new moon is the generous planet Jupiter that is now transiting Cancer, your area of career, reputation, business, and all things official. This is where you're getting most of your luck this year. And your plans for the year may and should, if it's at all possible, include elevating your social status, official status, like launching a business, getting a promotion, achieving some other status that is desirable and valuable, like an academic title, marriage, if this is improving your life in this way, maybe a new citizenship, that would also fit. Dressed for the weather. So this Jupiter and Chiron are also aspecting each other all month long, and to make the most of this aspect, if you want to, it's best if you act from the place of extreme optimism in everything that has to do with your official status, reputation, and social standing, but that you also acknowledge how human and vulnerable you may be in relationships. It doesn't mean that your relationships suck. It just means that they are important. So you may be without one or in a bad relationship. That's a possibility. But it just as well may be that you are now in a great relationship. And now that you get to have this positive experience, you can truly appreciate how vital that is for you. How social ambition is connected to that, I do not quite know. Both marriage and divorce may be an option, but it doesn't have to be that dramatic. For example, you may think about how a career leap may influence your relationship, or whether your business partner is up to the task of growing the business. So think, talk, reassess both the relationship and your needs in it, if it comes to it. But do not compromise on growth. You have a really good outlook this year. It would be a shame to waste it. Next up, we have Neptune, the planet of dreams, visions, and all things transcendental, retrograding back into Pisces on the 22nd of October. It's a part of a larger, slower process of a handful of slow planets retrograding back into their old signs this fall. I have a video about it here. Specifically, though, Saturn, the demanding and structure-hungry planet, has moved back into Pisces, and Neptune will follow suit this October. In your horoscope, Pisces rule day-to-day life, your professional responsibilities and skills, your routines, your people who work for you as well, actually. So 2 planets returning here means that in order to move forward in 2026, now you need to recalibrate in this area of your life. Saturn already asks that you show some structure and discipline, so more routines, more accountability, more order in your day-to-day life is very welcome. Neptune will add a trippy spiritual aspect to it, so meditation is a great idea, great sleep hygiene, whatever spiritual practice that makes sense to you. It may also be getting in touch with beauty, with something in art or in nature that produces in you a feeling of reverence. Neptune loves it. And I left my favorite part for the end. It's what the planets in Scorpio are doing. I'm talking about Mars and Mercury. Mars spends all of October here, and Mercury will enter Scorpio on the 6th and leave it on the 29th. Scorpio rules your personal finance, so what you earn, spend, and own. Mercury and Mars, for most of the month here, will give you a lot of things to do in this area. Hustling, selling, negotiating, spending as well. You will be extremely motivated and also very effective here. The only way to ruin it is to get into a manic phase of a bipolar disorder and stop making sense to people who otherwise may have had some money for you. So Make sure that you make sense, because this is an amazing opportunity to really take care of money. What's even better is that it will not end in October, but will continue well into November. What's even more wonderful is that for the last 10-ish days of October, Mercury and Mars will be forming beautiful supportive aspects with other planets in other water signs, with Jupiter in Cancer and with Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. This is the best combination for things going your way in your work, career, business. Work with inspiration, structure, and discipline. Be ambitious about where you're going and hustle. And considering that all of these planets are active in water signs, trust your feelings and your intuition. You're doing great, and I wish you to have a beautiful and productive October, Libra.